Welcome, guys, to our first episode of the Barely Functional Podcast. I am your host, I guess, for this episode, Liam. I am with three awesome people. There will be more people joining the podcast, and then some people will be rotating out. Some of us will be more regular than others, but we will try to provide a fairly consistent experience. I will start with the resident black sheep of the group, Matthew, and also known as Matt Pat, soon to be lawyer. What is up, my guy?
I'm doing very well. I will come back to that statement at a later point. I'm doing well. I'm very excited. I like the idea of this podcast. I don't know, I just feel really excited for it. I can't really describe it. I don't know what to say, man. I'm losing all my thoughts. Go next.
You're a man with a mic, but it's in our blood. You give a man a mic and they will talk. Next, we have the silent killer, also known as Tree Grey Man, Georgie. Let's go. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name is Georgewin, aka Ibrahim.
Thank you, Georgie. Yes, he's the resident bad boy as well. So if you hear some foul language coming from that side, it's whatever. He's realizing he was like at the moment. But then we get Mr. Leroy Monster, the advocate, the teddy bear, the nice guy. He's single, by the way. So applications, I'll play. Leroy Mans.
Hello everyone, I'm Leroy, known as Roy. You can call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner, you know. Yeah, I'm glad to be here, glad to be alive, happy to be alive. I'm nice sometimes, you know. Depends on what you want all the time. Not all the time. You can't always be nice, you know. Because niceness needs to be specific to specific people.
It's like seasoning.
Exactly, you know. You can't have
Too much flavor.
yes. You know. But yeah, that's me once. I'm glad we finally got to this point.
It's been years. It's been years.
You know? Yeah.
On that point, actually, I want to start by saying we've been trying to do this for a hot minute, for about 2-3 years now, and I think the issue is like, I think as a group we try to hide our failure, but the main issue I think is we had big dreams and not the best way of executing it, and I think now we realize like we just need to start. So I think that's the important thing. But it also means that we had about 5 years to actually think about what this podcast will be about, what we're going to try and talk about. So yeah, guys, give the people the rundown of what Barely Functional is going to be, is currently, where we came from. I think Rumo's going to start.
Okay, I think that for me personally, and I think this is me, because we all friends, right? We all brothers, but we all have a different and unique perspective on the world, right? And I think for me personally, Barely Functional, puts it in the first name. The podcast is essentially just us getting together, sharing our opinions, discussing different views. We all have different interests, like you guys, you know, in your varsity type stuff. Like I'm a Marvel Snap type person. I play COD, you know.
We also play COD. Yeah, as Roy mentioned, myself and Liam like anime and whatnot. I know the others don't like that, but I mean, like they're kind of on the fence about it. I feel like you guys also watch like some things or shows, but typically probably about like we'll talk about like current media and like up to date things, whatever's trending.
Yeah, and God forbid me and Royce ever doing a podcast episode alone. It's going to get very political. That's the issue that we have. We look at our chats and it's quite political.
Yeah, don't go talk about politics immediately, bro.
No, I just like one day might be, hey, let's hope that me and Royce never left it alone, you know?
Like a thesis statement.
A thesis statement.
Yes, we're going to do
dissect the political landscape of South Africa.
Yeah, all poli-sci complexion, bro. But I totally agree with both of you. I think the cool thing about this and why we initially named it Barely Functional is that we all come from very different avenues and streams that we're really interested in. And yes, the Venn diagram overlaps crazy, right? Comes to soccer, everyone except me is in the Venn diagram. So yeah, because of that. When it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, Matthew and myself are the only two that's in that way. But like,
On that note, Liam, I also think it's also one thing that I want to mention. It's also like there should be a learning curve, for me. For example, I'm not into. I'm gonna use this because it's coming to my head now. Let's say anime where you're not into soccer, right? This is the space where you can then learn. Not because you like feel out or outcast because your friends don't do that, but just to be, if you want to be part of the conversation. If you want to play a blue eyes white dragon, but you actually supposed to play a white eyes black dragon, I don't know. I was like, so
it was so close. It's red eyes black dragon, but pop up.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So then I can learn. Okay, this is a strat you can use in video if I ever start wanting to play it. And I feel like this is just a bigger platform for it.
No, definitely. I've been looking at what to do on my personal YouTube channel. I've been writing scripts. One thing I do want to do is kind of like the CMO approach. We scan this non-Yu-Gi-Oh player, understand this interaction. But that's sort of these. I've been just jotting down ideas, but I get you.
Oh, now something to steal your ideas.
Now what we do though, we get me and Saint to play Yu-Gi-Oh against one another.
That's crazy. That's gonna be funny.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. Yu-Gi-Oh does not make good content. Look, things around Yu-Gi-Oh are good content, but Yu-Gi-Oh itself, it can be such a boring watch. Look, I was playing at the office yesterday with Lewin, and they were watching me. David, them and Andrew were watching me, and they were so confused. You were there for that, yeah. Andrew came back, oh, you guys still playing the same game? I was like, yo, I'm sorry, bro. The game just takes that long. And like, yeah, it's not the most exciting thing to watch.
But there's an audience for it. Like me, for example, I know Marvel Snap is not it's Marvel Snap, It's like
You're gonna market every.
There's definitely an audience for it, right? Like for instance, me now, I play Marvel Snap, and then I also watch Marvel Snap on videos on YouTube sometimes, not all the time. It just pops up, Then I see, okay, now this is a strat I can use. I can play this character with that character. So it's like a learning curve, Same with the mangas, but I'm not talking about it.
On the Marvel Snap thingy, I'm gonna go on a tangent of it. What happened with that game, bro? Because like initially when Marvel Snap came out, right? It was like, yo guys, here's this card game that is not pay to win. It is totally just you grind, you get what you need. Anything that you have to pay for is purely cosmetic. Right? That was the appeal. That's what got us into the game. And now, because I'm gonna be very honest with you, 2 days ago I was on the Play Store. And I was like, let me check Marvel Snap. Let me download. I saw the ratings. 2.5 stars, bro. The fumble is real. And the whole thing is like, they got inside. So, as someone doesn't play it, I've only read the reviews and you can invite me. The reviews has been, it's becoming insanely pay to win now. See, if you don't have the seasonal pass, you're screwed.
What I would say on that thing, and I think this is what happens with most of society. I think it's more, if something gains popularity, people tend to capitalize on the popularity, and I think that's kind of what happened with Marvel Snap, right? For me, like, I have my original thing. When I started this thing, I have every single card that you get in the beginning, right? And you still play to get certain cards, right? But again, now you want to play, give me a Marvel character quickly. Say
Spider-Man.
Not Spider-Man. I have Spider-Man.
Odin, like flip control.
Yeah, let's say Odin, right? There's like, what's this new Marvel? Fantastic Four. Now you want to use the volume of Fantastic Four Silver Surfer, for example. Because the marketing Fantastic Four is happening. So I didn't watch the movie now, so correct me if I'm wrong. Silver Surfer is in the movie, right? Now because we don't, that's all happening. So now we marketing here. So now when you're in game, like, okay, this is the new, because it happened with Deadpool as well. This is the new thing. This is the hot piece of cake, what. So now let's market in game, make money in game because it's Marvel. Like, who's not going to be Disney, all the people. Don't sue me. But yeah, so that's what happens. That's what I think happened, right? Because the more it got popular, because again, if you have more people coming in, I can advertise. So out of 1,000 people, 10 people will pay 1,000 rand to buy something. They can make like 10,000 rand. So I think that's what happened with Marvel Snap. Let me stop there before I go on a capitalistic rant.
No, you're 100% right. I think it's just the pay to win stuff. But I was never a super massive fan of Marvel Snap. I thought it was like an okay, like sit on the toilet type. I'm gonna play something quickly game. It's not like I'm gonna take this super seriously and competitive type game.
Yeah, like for me, it's just I have nothing to do, but sometimes to do, maybe play game. But it's also fun.
But I feel like that was the whole appeal of Marvel Snap. It was you go in, you play 1 or 2 games, you get some cool new cardboard, you out. You know, and yeah, they just ruined it.
What do you mean cardboard? It's all digital.
You know what I mean? As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, we refer to the cards as cardboard, and I think some digital cardboard.
At least I
But
can sell my cards in real life. I can
And
sell my
share.
gift cards. Like Marvel cards. If there was actual Marvel cards, I could
It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is
a
an
Marvel
expensive
card.
hobby. I realized in this. Probably, I think, and people can come with me for this, but I think I'm too poor to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, you probably are. You probably are.
Who is like, brother?
Yeah,
Listen,
yes,
How much
it's
can I
expensive.
ask you guys, if you don't mind? What would have been? What is the most you've ever spent like on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card setup? Deck, whatever.
Setup.
Liam's paid more money than me.
Yes. So this might sound crazy, but Matthew understands why I did it. In order for me to get hand traps is cards that you can just play for your hand to stop your opponents. It was Ash Blossom,
Viola Impa,
Violet
Vero.
Impa, right? Violet Impa. So that 3 cards, like that 9 cards, technically cost me 750 rand. Because I bought a structure that it had 1 in. I just bought that 3 times over. Tossed the rest of the structure, like, just took the hand traps out. Why did I do that? Because a single Ash Blossom can cost a lot of money. So it's more cheaper now. I probably can get one for like 5 rand now. But back then, bro, it was.
Oh, it's a lot more expensive, yeah.
I think it's the whole thing, man. And I think again, people paying for their hobbies, man. You know.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Yeah, but I think there's a thing with hobbies, man. You know, and like whatever hobbies you have, you know, you gotta have to. You want to invest in your friend. You know? It's not like because I would invest in some things too. Yeah,
Like a saxophone.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, we don't need to talk about it. Georgie, how do you feel about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Just basically, we talk about how much we spent on Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. Yeah.
How do you feel about Yu-Gi-Oh?
It was kind of interesting just to get like new in the game, you know. But my first deck was a basic deck, you know.
I totally forgot about this.
Yeah,
you bought it blue.
yeah, because just to get into the game, just to learn the game. Then I kind of like learned myself to like getting the how it actually works, and you know, did my studying things and all. So yeah, that's basically all about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Loyal.
Now,
So
question. Because like again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a specific type thing, you know. And many people don't tend to realize that you spend money throughout the board, right? Whether you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Whether it's a physical board game you play, whether it's D&D, which is something I spend money on that I'm not supposed to. Whether it's like if I had the money, I would have a D&D cave, but yeah, I wouldn't talk about it. You know.
Kidding, I'm calling this back. I need to talk about it.
You know. But like even digital things, like because I know you know, okay, all of you guys, because I'm a mobile gamer, right? I'm a mobile gamer. You guys are what you call it, PC gamers and console gamers. Like, I could never. What do you think? What's the most expensive like thing you would have bought on a PC or most money you spent it on a console?
Yo guys, it's not in the can I say like in one amount. No, it was like in one amount. Not in one amount, sorry. I bought this game, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It was like 350 rand, right? 350 rand. Then I went into the game and I still have to like buy other things in the game. Like the campaign, the zombie mix.
The campaign is separate from the actual game.
Yes, bro. I downloaded maybe the wrong thing. So I have to like buy that as well. Also download it as well, you know. There's
First
like,
mistake was buying Black Ops 3.
yeah.
What's wrong with Black Ops? I
It
don't know.
sucks. Black Ops 3 sucks.
Because I already have 1 and 2, so why not get 3, you know?
Complete
And
the
then
trilogy,
I-
It's not a trilogy. They only 7 to 16.
There
I
was
don't
a
know.
first level.
Yeah.
Basically,
I don't know.
Call of Duty is in a weird state right now. I don't know if you guys noticed this, or heard of this, but fans have pushed at like the online play, especially like the cosmetics. So like the whole appeal to Call of Duty is like it's gritty, you know, you're an actual soldier. But now one of the skins though is Beavis and Butthead.
But even like Warzone,
Yeah, but like the main, it's also in online play, like just general online play. So, well, like I think it's a general online play from what I've been watching, like some gameplay videos, and the main consensus is like it's taken away from what Call of Duty was, man. Like because it's trying to like Fortnite fight. Because like, dude, if you look at like how it's set up now, I'll show you guys a photo. Call of Duty is like realistic rugged man. Huh? It's Beavis and Butthead in cel shaded animation.
okay, I think I can say one thing though. Call of Duty hasn't been realistic for a very long time. It's not being realistic around the Black Ops 3 era when they had advanced with it. People aren't shooting like they used to. If we play Call of Duty now we still do the like it's not like
On that, but I get what you got. From a gameplay perspective, I get that. But like, what people are complaining now is like from a visual perspective, it no longer looks like the dad game, man. Like the dads play Call of Duty, man. They win. It's like okay, I'm a soldier. Now it's just like okay, music buttons Steve bagging me. Steve from Family Guy, not from American Dad. You know, so that's what people are upset about, and also they no longer building hype around the releases. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, but if a new Call of Duty game drops, there's hype.
because the game sucks.
That's true. And people are hoping now that Battlefield 6 will let.
Okay, I have to actually argue on this point real quick because Battlefield is the real. I'm gonna take this serious. Battlefield is like serious game warfare. There's no skipping or jumping. When you get shot with the AK-47, you feel the damage. Like your guy will there's the impact. Call of Duty, I could probably run through while someone's shooting and just run around the corner, make it, come again, shoot. That game is it's serious. Like you need an actual medic. There's different classes. You can't just do everything. So if you're a sniper, you're a sniper. That's all you can do. Yeah. So Battlefield is a lot more serious than Call of Duty. So it's a bit different demographic.
Now, the main issue with Battlefield was they really fucked up their last two launch. Well, not the last couple of launches. And so that's why people are hyped because Battlefield 6 looks really good. It's playing well, it's testing well, and people's Battlefield has always been a good franchise. They just have to have their ducks in a row. And I feel like if this release is good, we'll see it in the numbers for Activision's next COD rollout. But what I'll say is they need to bring back Medal of Honor. That is my opinion.
I actually don't think so. I think Battlefield's in a good position. I don't think Medal of Honor needs to come back.
I would love it.
I think Battlefield really is what Medal of Honor wanted to be. Because you mentioned this earlier, but Battlefield's demographic has become what COD used to be in Halo and stuff, where it's the old man game. You're not gonna have all these funny tricks. There's not gonna be a crossover with Rick and Morty. You're just gonna have a gun and you're gonna shoot people and you're gonna be good at what you do. Call of Duty is more like the game, a more Fortnite-y. I would say it's more mid-range, our age for Fortnite.
I was gonna say that now. I think it's more again, me personally. I've never played Call of Duty. I never played with one of you guys. Or the thing in that. But personally, I don't think it console that. But I think that's the thing. The target audience, man. What time it changes, right? Because they realize where you used to have a lot of 35-year-olds play COD, so let's take serious. And now the target audience just gets younger. Those 35-year-olds, let's add Rick and Morty into those numbers. Let's add Nicki Minaj into
Is Nicki Minaj?
Yep. There was this Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty.
Yep. I didn't know about that.
That
And this
was very funny. Because if she kills you, she starts an epic.
Yeah, there was Nicki Minaj.
Calm down, bro.
And I think that's the thing, man. It's when the target audience that changes, right? And because mobile gaming also kind of is becoming more serious, I guess, because in the past, like, we didn't
It
much.
wasn't as serious.
So now police also competing with, especially with mobile, they're competing with the PUBG. I don't know if Fortnite is on mobile, not yet. Fortnite, what's it? Free for not free for
Yo, that game.
Free Fire, something like that.
Yeah.
There's another one. It used to be a PC game. That go into
Delta
mobile.
Force also.
Yeah, I think I heard about that one. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a lot of new games. So they're trying to get into, not getting into the market, but there's a huge audience because a lot of people are like, because it's easier now. Let me pull up my phone, play a game of God.
Then to take a
Let me
look.
set up my, or keep my PC or PlayStation set up all time.
So you wanna go first?
Yeah.
You go?
On the mobile thing, what a lot of people don't know, or like it's not general information, is how profitable mobile gaming is. Like, genuinely, look at like revenue, right? From if you put console and PC gaming together, and mobile gaming makes billions more. Like people, because mobile gaming is built on gotcha and just buying and trapping people in a cycle. Their games will feed you ads after ad after ad, and just let you spend money. And the amount of money they make for the crappy products they produce is such an incentive. That's why you'll see everyone moves to mobile.
games.
Because if you see a Steam game ported to mobile, you feel free, but then you have a lot more buy-ons, which sucks. Because like then you have to actually spend a lot more money. Because like on Steam, you can buy a game, and that game is like, hey man, you buy this game, that's it, nothing else. Right? Game is ported over. Hey, don't buy this game, but buy this item, but this skin. And the next thing is like, I spent like 4 of these games on this one game. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say on the demographic thing, just to close that off, I guess. COD has always been actually a pretty young demographic, because I was thinking now when you bring up the console thing back in the day, COD lobbies used to be very non-kosher with the things that were said by 12-year-olds about other 12-year-olds. So there was definitely like an old demographic, but I'd say like they definitely focus a lot more on the younger audience than they did in the past.
But TLDR is COD's current state sucks, but that's just the current state of
Silence.
Speaking on like just like the current state of like gaming in general, can we just talk about like Nintendo for like hot second?
Oh, that's
I
not beta.
have thoughts
Okay.
on Nintendo. Oh man, first of all, okay, the Switch 2's price, I'm sure it's more expensive than the Switch, makes sense, right? The price of games on the Nintendo Switch is some BS. So, if you get a taste of this, the average cost of a game is about $60 to $70.
Yeah.
Right? Nintendo's like, oh yeah, all of our games starting at $80, right? Fun fact, what's the game that came on the PS5?
Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, so there was a game that came with it.
Yeah, Astro's Playroom.
Yeah. So they made another one, actual game for it.
Astrobot. That's
Yeah.
Astrobot.
So Astro's Playroom, right, came with a PS5. It's just a game you play. You walk around like a giant PS5. You play around, right? So Nintendo's like, hey, let's do the same thing for the Switch, but you have to pay $20 for it. Why was I
How much is $20 in our currency?
It's just like 380 something.
Oh.
Yeah. I usually what I do is I just times 20. It's like it's just under that.
Okay.
So that is first of all super ridiculous. But now also, they're not releasing games fast enough. I think they have Silksong, Donkey Kong,
Also, is a
Bonanza.
big game though.
Yeah, but they dropped on the console.
Yo, this guy's disrespecting Xbox. That's an Xbox.
I know.
Technically
It's
Xbox.
dropped the Game Pass, but it also came out on like if you look at like the games that came out for Switch 2 currently, let's see, you have Silksong, you have Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart, and that's it.
I actually don't know about the exclusive. Let me actually check just to.
That's it. There's games that needs to be announced, so it's coming out. And then the people are complaining about Mario Kart, right? Because it's not the best, and so much so that Sonic Racing is taking over the Mario Kart space, which is fine. Oh, and they have a new the Mario Party. I think that's the game, right? But now, and then the reason I really want to talk about Nintendo is because I love Pokemon, right? And they are dropping a game that I'm so hyped for, right? The new Pokemon Z, right? Pokemon Legends Z. And Nintendo doesn't do like really DLC and stuff. They do it, but very rarely, right? So, for example, there's the second Legends game. So, the previous games, Legends Arceus, totally free. No DLC to my knowledge, and everything is free. The whole game is free, right? Now, Legend Z, you have to pay to be online. So, you have to have a Nintendo subscription. And then if you do that, you get some Pokemon. And with the game is not even announced, and it already say like, hey, here's DLC we will sell you. Before launching the game. Another main issue is like Scarlet and Violet, what the previous Pokemon game. Very bad state on launch, right? So they're not instilling a lot of confidence in the community. Now they're dropping this. And this is such a hype because people have been wanting more Mega Evolutions, but it's so sucky. Plus, now they're trying to copyright or trademark, I'm not sure, one or two, the gameplay mechanic of capturing a creature to summon it out another time.
They want to patent it.
They want to patent that. They want literally a basic gaming concept is like if you capture something and you can throw it out to summon it again to fight for you, that is our thing.
Which is really stupid because a lot of games do that.
Yep. I don't think they're the first people to do it.
I don't know actually. Are they? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said earlier, like I don't wanna sound like people who like I wanna capitalize on that. But again, I think it comes down to the thing: the more something gets popular, the more the people are willing to pay for it. Because now think of it like this: we in this new generation, right? We Gen Z, right? You different generations, right? Gen Z is the current. Not the current, Gen Z.
Alpha.
I know Gen Alpha is the current. I'm trying to think here. Gen Z, millennial, right? They're the working class type people, right? We the working people, right? Gen Alpha is the new up and coming, they the babies and stuff.
Oh no, Gen Beta has the new Gen.
I don't know if that thing. Anyways, yeah, but Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, they the thing is right.
Yeah, they're a bunch of
For
babies.
them. For them, it's more of a thing. I see something and I want it, so I'm going to tell my parents to buy this for me. And as parents, for most of the people, sometimes you just don't give it choice because this is something your child really wants. You love your child, they will just buy it for them. And that's the thing with a lot of companies, again, like I said, I want to sound kind of anti-capitalist, but it is also, it's a weird space there. But most companies just want to capitalize on something, because Nintendo at the moment in South Africa, it could have been more popular in America, right? But now it's hella popular. Like when I grew up, right? It was PlayStation. This was like personal. It's not this one. PlayStation, Xbox, maybe a Nintendo Wii, right? Nintendo Wii, right? Maybe, But now then they went into the DS, no? The Nintendo DS thing.
Nah, the DS came out before the
Wii. Okay.
Yeah. But the Wii was very popular.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? This is how I experience it now. You guys, the gamers here, you can tell me if I'm wrong. This is how I experience it as a non-gamer person. PS, Xbox, Nintendo Wii, right? When the world opened up more in the sense of we got more access to certain information, TikTok also, those type of things became famous, YouTube was always popular, but became a bit more, right? Then we started using switches, Nintendo Switch itself and so forth. So it became more popular, so the audience grew, and now they're just like, Mario Kart used to be free. Used to people pay $10 for example, to play it once a month, every 3 months. That's the whole situation. I think that's the problem. What is the problem with the world, right? But there's a lot of companies and there's a lot of things that as they get popular, it's like, let's capitalize on this. Doesn't matter how. And unfortunately, it's the kind of a society we live in. And I'm not saying it's wrong, right? Like, make your money. You make your money, but don't. The tactics you use sometimes, man, it's just weird, this is my thing.
That's the issue that I think Nintendo is exploiting themselves, because that's what Nintendo is. That's the brand Nintendo is the brand of nostalgia. Look at all of these games we grew up with. We're still making more. You like Legend of Zelda? We're still making. You like Pokemon? We're still making, bro. Mario, you love Mario? I got you. So it's like that feeling of nostalgia, like they grab on it and then they make the inner shell of you the inner child inside just
Come on.
squeeze all the money out.
They make you squeeze out your adult money, but
I don't want to be a Nintendo defender now, but I am not against them making money off nostalgia. I think most of the things I enjoy is from nostalgia for one reason or another. So, like even with the PlayStation, if they made a Jack game, a new Jack and Daxter game, I would pay money for it. I think I would enjoy playing a game like that. But they're not gonna do it. But like it's Silent Hill, the new Metal Gear. All those things are things that we grew up with and things that I like. And if I had an opportunity to play them again in a better version, I would. And one thing I will say about Nintendo that other companies that just make remakes that they do that others don't, like Sony and Xbox, is that Nintendo is actively, even though they made a game years ago, the Mario that you play now isn't the same Mario redone for the 77th time today. They made Mario Wonder, which is a lot different. They made new Kirby's, they made new Donkey Kongs, they made new Zeldas. It's always very creative how they change it. The thing that I hate about Nintendo isn't the fact that they make games with nostalgia. It's the fact that they make patterns and things in place to stop their competitors from even competing with them. I hate it when people make things and you have like a cool idea. And I feel like this idea would have been so cool in this other game, but these people in this other game can't have this idea now because you made it illegal for them to have this idea in the game. Yeah, unless they pay you. So, yeah, that's my issue with Nintendo. But I think the nostalgia bacon is fine as long as they continue to keep the high quality.
I do fully agree with you on that part. I think the main difference from my POV is that I am a huge Pokemon fan, and the Pokemon side of Nintendo has not been handled as gracefully as the rest. If you look at Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, phenomenal game. If you look at the new Kirby's and new Mario's, but now if you look at Scarlet and Violet, horrible launch. So and the whole patterning of things is around Pokemon. So like that's why I feel like my nostalgia is being taken a bit advantage of, because like the thing I really love is kind of causing a lot of issues. So I feel like that's why I'm a lot more much more invested in like much more upset, right?
Okay.
Look at like a super awesome game that we'll never get the Nemesis system in any other game.
Oh,
Because
we're gonna get it, don't worry. That patent runs up in 2032 and those guys haven't started developing anything. It's coming soon.
Yeah, oh man, the Nemesis system was so good, and it's so weird because people are seeing the effects of copyrighting gameplay mechanics. Because like the whole thing is like you make something in a digital space and let people innovate on it, right? Look at Palworld. They're only doing the pattern so that they can sue Palworld for just creating a game that people wanted, a working Pokemon
You
game.
wanna explain Powell to the guys that don't know what's going on with Powell?
You don't know the powers. Okay, give me. Okay, I'm gonna.
Give like a full breakdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna rant. Okay, so I'm gonna rant for a bit, but at the TLD also. 2023, I believe, end of 2023, start of 2024.
Which happened? What happened?
Palworld release. It was around.
Oh yes. I think it's 2024.
Yeah, like early 2024, right?
Yeah.
So Palworld is basically Pokemon and Ark combined, right? Ark is survival. So basically, what you can do is you can catch these creatures from pals, right? And then you can do a couple of things with them. So you can let them work for you, so they can harvest crops or build shelters, stuff like that, or they can manufacture weapons for you, right? So then what you can do, you can put weapons on your pals, and you can go fight other pals, or you can just shoot upon them. You got guns, you can hop on a dude with like guns for hands, and you can just mow down people. It's basically like Pokemon with guns, and you have to survive, and that's like the whole vibe, right? So you catch them in like this big blue crystal thingies. And so what happened was, when this game dropped, it was like, oh my, because remember what I said was Fallen Violet. Bad game. Dropped with a bajillion bugs, right? So Palworld drops, no bugs.
That's not true, bro. There were bugs.
Well, no game breaking like super bad, but like people liked it. Like it wasn't perfect. No game is, but Pokemon was unplayable and
Clearly,
not
complete bilateral.
Yes. It's on my wish list. And so And so basically, the whole time people just cooking with Power World, right? The Nintendo fan was like, "What's Nintendo gonna do about this? What's Nintendo gonna do about this?" Nintendo says quiet. This is quiet, right? Eventually, Nintendo drops a lawsuit saying like, "Hey, we want to copyright the ability of capturing monsters, right? Just copyright it, not patent it, just copyright, right?" And Power gets less popular. People are dropping it. They also can't because they're a small-ish studio, and so they can't really fund a lawsuit while keeping this game functional, right? So they kind of teeter off a bit when it gets quiet, and then about a month and a half or so ago, Nintendo was like, "Hey, we are patenting this thing now." Because now they need to kill Pals. Because what started happening is that people were looking at Pals like, look at this functional game that gives us full free roam, gives us all of these other options that we've been begging Nintendo to give us in the Pokemon game. A couple of things people have been begging Nintendo for was like, dude, give us a proper difficulty scale. Make your games more interesting. Give us proper free roam, but don't make it black. Because like that's the issue. Pokemon did give us free roam, right? But oh my god, is it boring? The assets flat looking. It's just space of nothingness. It's not. You don't feel like you're in Pokemon. They kind of just ruin their own game slowly. And so when Power came, I was like, oh my, people can do the Pokemon formula good. They must just lock in. And I think instead of Nintendo doing the right thing, which was like, look at this competitor doing something that
We haven't been
we haven't been doing. Let's learn from this and lock in. They're like, no. Let's remove the ops.
Yeah.
Let's remove the ops because why try if there's just no enemies? You know? So yeah, and it hurts because another tangent. There's been so many good Pokemon fan games, Pokemon Unbound, all of these things, and Nintendo's been crashing down on them hard, bro. Removing phenomenal games. There's a Pokemon I can't remember. It's like basically what would happen if the nuclear reactor exploded and Pokemon like had like nuclear forms and stuff like that, right? Or radiation forms. Pokemon Uranium, a phenomenal game. Nintendo killed it. And it's a fan game. It's built from scratch as a fan game. And you look at like companies like in Sega, right? Dude, you could make a Sonic game that runs 5 FPS, and Sonic was like, big dog. Thanks for the shout out.
This is the question because I'm on social media for a bit, right? Is this where the Nintendo lawsuit memes come from?
Yes. Yes. Nintendo will end your life. But someone worked on an emulator for the DS. I think that man had to pay so much money.
Bad emulation. They had anything to do with using any of their stuff in any capacity, but the thing is they refuse to support older things. So you can't we play those TV games now, which is essentially like the old Nintendo consoles. But you can't really get that anyway. You can't play those games unless you have their console and play on their store. But they don't really support all the old stuff. There's a lot of more niche things that people used to play that aren't like covered by their store and their old back catalog of stuff that people want to play, but they can't play it. So the only option is emulation. But they are cranking down on emulation. I will say though, on your point for Pokemon, that the problem isn't just Nintendo. The problem is that there will always be a market for it. I think Roy brought it up with the parents and the kids. But also, they are grown adults. They are grown adults, grown functioning humans who spend their money on this, who want to spend their money on this. So, an average game for context now, if you hear a game sold like 4 million and the game's budget was like 100 or something, which is like pretty big for like a AAA game, and they sold like 6 million units, then be like, success. CEO stand up, clapping hands, we did it, boys, let's go. Pokemon, as of today, has sold Scarlet and Violet, the game that you are hating on, is sold 27.1 million units. So that game probably cost them about a AAA game, which is probably 100 million. So if I say every game that they sold was worth about $80. That's 80 times 27. Can you guys do quick maths?
I don't know what
Nah, it's $60 by the way. The game.
It's 60. So
Yeah.
okay, 60 times 27 is still a lot.
Yeah, which is
It's probably like at least like 120 something.
Something more.
yeah, it's a
at
big
least
number.
120 million.
27.1 times 60.
100 and
Yeah, it's 1.6 billion.
1.6 billion. Oh my, that's
Yeah,
off.
it's a billion.
1.6 billion. So the return on investment is so big for a game that you have to put minimal effort into. For other guys, have to do a lot of work to get them. Why should I put in a lot of effort if you're willing to eat the thing that I'm giving you for minimal
That is
effort?
Like with the Pokemon Go, yeah.
So the problem is people just need to stop buying their games and stop pre-ordering their stuff. Just
Yeah.
don't
Nah.
buy their stuff.
No, when Nintendo dropped the "Hey, we making games $80" thing, everyone and their mama was like, "Guys, please talk with your wallet. Please don't pre-order Nintendo. Please just help us, help us." And then record how they let and you close down the stores because it's record high pre-orders.
Human nature, I think really enough for this whole thing. Unfortunately, if there's something you're really interested in, like I said, if it's a real hobby of yours, I don't call it a hobby because sometimes it's a hobby. For some people, it's a lifestyle. If it's a real hobby of yours, you wouldn't mind spending. But I've seen collectors. I watch a lot of reality TV. I don't know how much of reality is in that reality TV shows. But you've seen collectors, you watch YouTube videos of people collecting stuff. YouTube videos also. You see people spend millions, brother, on random. Like, why do I need to buy Nelson Mandela's toe clipper? Like,
I don't know. I want to know how he clipped those, bro.
I'm just making an example, man. Like, for me, it's the goal. Like, why would you pay 10K for it, brother? Like, it could be a random one. Just one that's in this. You don't even know if you use it, but So again, that's what people do. If it's your hobby, you really don't mind. And unfortunately, I can't make something like. So what's it? Don't buy Black Ops 3 because you're gonna have to pay for the campaign later on as well. So again, to each their own.
Any of you play Pokemon?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Pokemon? Because I love it. I love it.
I love the song. I've watched Pokemon and I like Pokemon, but as a series, I'm not personally playing. So that's me. When Pokemon Go came out, I tried to give it a go.
Nice.
But like, I love where I love, so I couldn't give it a full go.
To anyone listeners who's not from South Africa or from the Western Cape, will not understand what I'm about to say. I downloaded Pokemon Go and they said, "Hey man, there's a mod in the middle of Dura. Go author in mod quickly," and I immediately deleted the game. So I'm getting it up for playing a game. Man,
Why would they put it in the middle of Dura?
because I was basically my dad was working on the center, so I was at his offices and it's like across from Dura. Because I usually make it like a distance away from you or from the kind of, like that's cool. And this was me getting my phone back after it was stolen at that location. So I'm like, nah, I'm good.
So that's, I tried, I was like, I downloaded it, I played it, saw something, so I was like, especially where I live, man, there's some bigger things. I was like, no Pokemon Go for me at this time. Maybe if I move to a different area, it's only me on a farm, different story. But yeah, anyway.
But the phone thing,
I will.
now I see.
You want to walk around like, Pokemon, Pikachu, I just you.
Yeah, I would say Pokemon for me, I only watched it, I didn't play the games yet. I did want to
Sing the theme song.
Huh?
Sing the theme song.
Which one?
I wanna be. Hey, okay.
Yeah, so I think I like the old Pokemon, but Pokemon was but yeah, the
Pokemon Go.
yeah, I also want to try it, but the area So yeah, and specifically the game, what I saw now, it's I don't like how the game is working. The play must take it. I personally, I wanna see like live action, man. How can I say? You guys get me though, like
You don't like the turn-based style. You don't like a turn.
like yeah.
I was,
wanna, like,
what
I
is
wanna
turn
like,
like?
It's turn
It's
based.
turn-based
So
combat.
I go first, then you go. Then I
Oh,
go.
whoever's faster.
Yeah.
But you don't know who.
It's technically like RPG rules. Yeah.
But I can see because it's like also in the like the scenes about the players and things. But I like mostly like so yeah,
That's fair.
it's my take on Pokemon.
One guy that's making a comeback. But again, it's not making a comeback. For me personally, I think it's just because I'm on that side of TikTok a lot, right? Among us. People said it fell off in 2021, 2020. I've been I'm mixed in Among Us. I don't know what to do
That's
anymore.
crazy. That is
I wasn't crazy to mix in Among Us. I want to know what people are doing. Among Us, it's fun. Like there's 2 new roles now, which is hella interesting. It's a detective role and then the viper role. And the way people been playing it, right? It's crazy, bro. But check it out on your own time, you know. I'll start a cool thingy because you guys must don't play Among Us with me. I know, man. That's life.
I wanna play, but these guys they're unreliable. Bro. The thing is, I will always try to make time for Among Us now, but yo, these guys are unreliable.
Can I just say, no? Both the Viper role in Among Us and the detective role is kind of hella OP, bro. Because with the Viper now, you know when you close the door, when you're a Viper, you have the ability to move sabotage because you're imposter, right? If you sabotage and you close the door, not even sabotage like bombs and stuff, you close the door, and I kill you, by the time the people get to your body, you're gone. So no one would know you there, right?
Nice.
It's hella OP, bro. And then with detective now, if Matthew killed Georgie, right? And I'm detective and I interrogate Matthew, then they will tell me exactly where Matthew was at the time of the killing. So he could have shapeshifted into you, killed, I will still know it's Matthew. So you must kill your detective.
I could go. I was detective like for 2 games last time we played, and I didn't understand what was going on. I interrogated 3 people, and I was like, okay, now what?
No, but that's the thing. So they tell you actually where the person was and who you interrogating. So if we search in Liam, then the body was in electrical, but Liam says he was over in navigation.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
I interrogated Liam, but Liam was in navigation, so Liam is fine. Right? By the time the killing happened, Liam was in navigation. Liam is safe. I interrogated you. You said you were in upper end zone, but now you like, no, I was in upper end zone, but I interrogated you, now you're in the electrical, and now it's making. So the trick there is kill your detective, keep quiet as detective, don't be, I'm detective, you I hate it, bro. I hate playing with people, no? And then they immediately give their roles, bro, like, I'm engineer. I don't need to know you.
I hate when that happens too.
Let me find out, I'm tracker, like.
But engineer's a pretty easy one. You could just go into the bin and I'll be like, okay, he must be engineer.
I did it once.
And if he's not engineer, then I'm
Yeah, I did it once. You see, when you do the wind toss, if an engineer or someone is in the wind, they pop up. I thought I was imposter, then they were like, I need someone to be engineer quickly. They were like, I'm engineer, and I pop into the wind, and then they pop. I was like, nah, you engineer. I'm like, sure, then I could win everything the whole time. Bro. But people be crazy on the balance with you. And there's a lot of perverts. People of perverts. Roblox.
Yes.
What happened?
Okay. What's this guy's name? You know the guy's name? That's like he's basically vigilante on Roblox trying to get people.
He's vigilante.
What did he
And Peacemaker.
No, he's So what I can't get his name now. Can someone just search his name while I okay? So basically, what he did, right? He would pretend to be a minor on Roblox to kind of suss out pedophiles. Then he would inform the police, right? So that was his vigilantism, right? Is that he's gonna go suss out perverts, pedophiles, creeps, and whatever, right? And obviously he's doing this on stream and stuff and online, and so he gets the police involved. So the police arrest these perverts, rightfully so. And then Roblox shows up and Roblox bans him fully. Roblox says, nah, bro, you can't do your thing. We don't endorse vigilantism. Now the rest are all like, hold up. So y'all can ban people. Y'all just don't choose to. And then what happened was any game that people that he made or people made in honor of him or referencing him got banned. It was like, hold up, y'all can moderate your content and ban games and lock users out of it? Huh. Why y'all don't do that? And then Roblox was like, guys, we just don't want, we will update our policy, whatever. 18 plus games that promote nudity, you need to be 17 for, it's like this bathroom games and stuff like that. It's like, no. Why 17? Why not make it 18 plus?
Okay.
So the committee was like, why not just make these games 18 plus? Why stop it at 17? You guys can moderate. Why don't you guys moderate? And then what happened was that most of the moderation stuff they did is not enough to actually block these permits, right? And so there was literally, and this is the funniest issue ever. Slep was on the news talking about the Roblox situation, right? While he was on the news, Roblox CEO tweets at we're gonna focus part of Roblox resources to turn part of Roblox into a dating hub where people can chat and meet. And now people were like, so you're a bunch of pedophiles.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you can say this on here, by the way, we're gonna be small channel, but they're PDF files, whatever. But so that's like the whole thing is like Roblox is active. Like what people are realizing is that Roblox is actively promoting a culture and promoting a space for where pedophiles can roam. Like what happened to Omegle is like so much nasty stuff went on there that Omegle was like, guys, moderating all of this. It's too much. Bye.
I think it's Omegle.
You don't know Omegle?
Yeah. Essentially, what I understood about Amigo is like a video thing, right? So it's like a video chat situation. So you put up your thing, you would start something, then you would start recording, live stream type of, and then someone pops in, then you have a
you
conversation.
would put parameters in for way to search for other people on Omegle, and it'll just pop up, and you guys can chat for a bit, and then you can just say, okay, I'm done chatting. Next person.
I used to love watching Amigo videos.
So what a lot of people would do on Omegle is like, old guys would sit there with their like young or like they was like, oh, how old are you? You want to see my like a lot of weird clips on there. So so what Amigo eventually did is like, look here, we physically cannot moderate, like, because it's harder to moderate a live video service. So they were like, look here, we're gonna level with you guys. We can't moderate everything. We're just gonna shut down. Let's shut down what 2023.
I think so.
There is another video service that people are using now. It's called the same, but someone sort of get Amigo lost and folded immediately almost. But yeah, but with Roblox, it's much easier to moderate the content because you have access to everything. But pedophiles will protect pedophiles. So yeah,
I have to edit that out.
But yes, and they still not slap you still banned. Everything mentioning Schlep is banned. So yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna unban the man. He rhymes, so it's right. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna unban it. What is concerning is that when this whole Schlep situation. So yeah, what is just concerning is that when the initial thing happened with Schlep, right? Roblox stock plummeted. Investors were pulling out, and now it's kind of back to normal for the bunch of children. Now it's back to normal. The stock picked back up, and now they're moving to becoming a dating app, which is
you talk like again. If you told me as Roblox, right? I don't know what the company is called, right? But we are now creating a separate dating app. No, which is understandable because now you actively have to download a whole another app and then do your thing there. You want to do the same premises as Roblox again, it's fine, but just making it a dating app. But separate from actual Roblox, it's fine. But now you're putting it in there, and I think I read somewhere where like they ask you a question, but they don't verify your age. But I could tell these people I'm 69, 1, 14, 6, 7, either way, I could be in they will leave because it's not through age verification, which is also a different, like a tricky thing. Was like, but
On
yeah,
that, quick segue. On that, I'm not sure if you guys know this. What are you guys' thoughts on the UK's age verification laws that they passed recently?
I think,
Then now for anything you do online, you actually scan your ID in. Anything you do online.
I have to fact check you on this, bro.
People,
I've heard about this.
yeah, because like you got like if you want to download games, you have to sign in. If you want to like just any website that would require you to verify your age, you actually have to show ID. And they're also trying to make international companies follow this rule. So like for example, Spotify, if you're a UK user, you have to verify via ID. Same with Steam. And then I think one of the few companies are fighting back. I'm not sure if they claimed yet. Is 4chan. 4chan is refusing to add the whole ID verification thingy. But it's also with like the whole thing that's happening with censorship in terms of Visa and Mastercard. Just straight up removing their services from like website where you can download like loot games or like smart games.
I'll be honest with you.
Stuff like that.
I don't like to interrupt you, but if 4chan was on my side, no, I would be on the other side. The other side could be supported. If 4chan was on my side, I want to be on the other side. I don't want to be on the same side as 4chan.
I wish you could do something good.
again, like we'll get the facts later, man. But I think, man, if it's done properly, because like we live in a digital age, right? We're going into that space where most, if not all, our lives will become a digital situation, right? If you can promise me wholeheartedly, which you can't, no one can really promise me that my data will be secure, I'm for it. But if you can't, like if you can tell me, no, man, wholeheartedly tell me my account will be secure, my not even account, just my details. Because remember, if I found out I'm married to a bride that stays in Antarctica and this guy hacked me from Antarctica and I can't get married to my girl now because I'm married there, then I this way, So how do we then, if like I said, policy, what will be in place? Because it's one thing to have a law, right? But how do we implement this law and how do we implement this all?
What's the other thing that's part of it? Like college humor? It's college humor.
College-
It used to be dropout.
They used to be dropout,
College,
sorry.
no, they used to be college humor.
Yeah,
then
sorry.
they switched to dropout.
Okay.
Yeah, because then there were like a bunch of owners into the company, and then Sam became the main owner. Like he bought them out, so then they turned it into Dropout, and they really changed it for the better because like the guys were like very scummy business people, and kind of wanted to. One cool thing about Dropout is profit sharing. So if let's say Leroy goes on Dropout for one video, right? End of the year, he'll get a residual check just for the overall profit that they made that year. They'll give him one slice of it. Really cool company, makes amazing content. So yeah,
Superb content.
so that's. But yeah, so now you guys know what I've been doing. I've just been consuming Dropout like crazy.
Yeah.
And I've been reading Mistborn. Brandon Sanderson is.
I've been trying to read.
So, so yeah, that's what I've been keeping myself busy with. According to Matthew, I'm a blaspheme because I can go weeks without listening to music. But I'm doing other things. I'm consuming.
I don't know how you can learn to listen to music. I'm sorry, but as someone who's an avid music listener, I am listening to a song at least 2 hours a day. I'm always at
A
least
single song or listening
no,
to
like
music?
music in
Oh,
general.
I was like, damn, why you listening to a song for 2 hours a day?
That's crazy.
Here comes a point with mental health.
Yeah. What song am I listening to?
2 hours
Yeah.
a day, man. Every day. Oh, God.
Yeah, but that's me. I've not been listening to music, but I've been like watching a lot of Dropout. The reason why I moved over to D&D actually is because I finished Game Changer. The last episode came out, and then I also finished book 1 of Mistborn.
Oh, no.
So I just had all this time on the bus in the morning. It's like, what am I going to play with? So I'm also a bit tired of watching Yu-Gi-Oh content because it's the only thing I really consume on YouTube. So I was like, okay, let's watch a episode of this actual play D&D, see where it goes.
Can only watch a phone for crash out so many times.
Thank you, I'm done. Oh, Master Chef. I'm not sure if you watched it, but that was crazy. They were trying to be nice this episode, I won't lie. But so yeah, I watched it. I loved it. I'm gonna finish the season, and I'm gonna hop into book two of Mustborn while I'm Ascension. That's my plan. So yeah, that's really what. Every time I need to watch a show or something, I either just watch YouTube or I continue watching the actual play. But Matthew, what have you been doing?
Anime. I don't know if anybody knows about it. There's a show called Clivitis. I think it's a cool concept for a show. It's not very good. Okay, how do I describe it? Have you ever watched something that is like a 7 out of 10? Like you know in your heart it's a 7 out of 10.
You know it, but for other people, it's like a 30 or something.
No. Other people, even for other people, it's just like a 7. Like the story is fine, the characters are fine, but the duration of the things they do is not fine. How do I put like they do things too quickly, or they do it too long. Like like the time spent on things is either too long or too quick. But the characters are developed fine, the world is fine. So basically, imagine if the entire human race was like in a very small part of the world, and the all four corners that like to escape that region was guarded by these monsters that are like severely, massively stronger than us. Like there's the one to the west that's called like the god of the beasts or whatever, and he's like super strong. He has magic, and even with our like strongest weapons, we can only like scratch him basically, and it's like that barely hurts him. Like the humans are like surrounded in like the small corner of the world, and to get out, they have this thing called the heroes, but like it's obviously fantastical, so there's magic and swords. Make a long story short, humans finally discovered what magic is again, and they're trying to fight back against the beasts, and the beasts are like, hey yo, what's going on here? So when one of the beasts gets attacked by the humans, goes there, kills one of the most important capitals that they have, takes a baby that turns out to be a royal baby, not a spoiler, it's like in the first episode, and then turns out the royal blood of that thing. It's a very long overarching plot, but the point is, takes the baby, makes a pact with the mother before it dies, and says, I'll take care of the baby for as long as it lives. And then, after he takes care, he says he's gonna take care of the baby, he revives one of the dead heroines, and he revives her so that she could like basically breastfeed it, but then he realizes like not all women can, breastfeed unless they're like pregnant or something. And so then she becomes like the protector for the child. And, and then basically the story follows like the plot of this guy wants to raise the child so he can understand, because the child has potential not only have like powerful magic, but also to have like a powerful swordsman, so the child could eventually rival himself essentially, so that humans could finally expand their lands and go into like the greater world. And so the heroine's job is basically to keep the beast that brought her back to life in check, so that she can be like, okay, don't worry, this humans, basically she's like a navigator for the world, like, so this is how things work here. This village is like, it's like a fatal village, we can't go there because so and so. But it's like an interesting concept because it's like overarching Game of Thrones things going on. But yeah, some things are just too quick for me, and yeah. But besides the anime, I've been practicing guitar. I'm better than I was previously, but I'm still not great. What else have I been doing? Besides annoying people,
That's your full-time job, though.
yeah, that is a full-time job. I've been annoying a lot of people, and also, what's this thing? Not Peacemaker. Does Peacemaker count as watching something? I guess Peacemaker's pretty good.
It's a show, but
Peacemaker's pretty good. And Mosdo. I have been grinding Mosdo. Wait, I need to talk about this. This is actually around. Monster Duel with the new things that are coming up. Monster Duel sucks. There's like nothing to do inside that game. But I will say one thing that I do find like a lot of enjoyment is people say Velas is boring, and it sucks. It's a very boring deck to play against and with. But what I find very funny is when my opponent does like they set up their board right, they do like the full combo. And then I play with the board breakers into Malice or with Gem Knights, and I just break their board down and they like swoop and they do like the shameful thing. Like I had 3 people who they stalled for time because they were upset that I was playing the game, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm an evil person, but that just made me very So yeah, I will say that is I love-hate relationship with Moscow. But other than that, I've been good.
But I feel like it's the thing with Konami, the people who created Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just
they didn't create Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, they peddling Yu-Gi-Oh! Like they're the suppliers of current Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know, man. I think it's truly the power of nostalgia that keeps us into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm not sure if you know this, Roy, but my mom accidentally threw away my Yu-Gi-Oh!
I told you.
So that's 2 to 3K, literally in the trash. And it was that on my birthday, beat it up.
Birthday present.
It was when
Grow
you
up.
grew, man.
Grow up, bro.
Was that an accident?
It was an accident. It was
Oh,
an
I
accident.
see. Oh.
It's a long story on what happens. But I did cry today. I didn't mourn the loss of my neck. Because you don't realize how expensive Yu-Gi-Oh is. Because I spent money on my cards over years. It's a slow build. So when everything was away in one, I was like, I need to buy sleeves. I had to buy a deck box. I had to buy a whole new deck. I'm looking at it. This is another 3 I have to spend now. I haven't really been putting in effort to rebuild my deck. I probably will do it in the new year.
I was Gator's here to
So,
insult
yeah.
people like, oh, only 3 game, bro. Totally.
But so yeah. Anywho, enough about me being sad about my cards. Georgie, what have you been up to?
Nothing much. Same thing as Matthew mentioned. Also do anime, obviously.
You just do anime.
Just do
You
it.
just casually comes.
Watching anime. Watching a lot of anime, Still grinding on One Piece. Yeah, so grinding on more One Piece. Still waiting on this new anime as well, The Kingdom. I like Kingdom. Season 6 is coming out. No, is it season 6? Yeah, season 6, yeah.
Can I just say that?
Yeah.
As someone who got Georgie into anime, when Georgie came up to me, he was like, I love Kingdom. Holy shit, this man, I have not watched Kingdom, but I know Kingdom is like very like, it's like, gosh, like it's warm, guys, and I'm like, I get it, but so few people that you speak was like, man, I love Kingdom. Like, this is like, I am not interacting with enough Kingdom fans for the same person when Georgie told me this was very like, but, yeah. Sorry, Georgie, for continue.
So yeah, also watching old anime as well, down possibly.
Define old.
Watching The Promise Neverland.
That's not
old.
That's old, yeah.
Are you watching season 1 or are you?
Season 1, yeah.
Okay, there is a season 2, no?
There is a season 2?
Georgie?
Oh yeah.
There is a season 2. What are you talking about? There is how can something be bad if it doesn't exist?
But yeah, it's all I'm basically doing.
Yeah,
Have you finished My Hero Academia yet?
Not yet.
Down. Stop it.
No.
That for me, like again, bring it back to Dropout. I've been watching TTPRGs,
TTRPGs.
yeah, you know the word. Role playing thing is man.
I was like,
Tabletop.
I was thinking of tabletop.
Role playing games. But anyway, so I've been watching a lot of D&D content, a lot of Dropout Dimension 20 specifically, or something content. And then also I've been grinding Among Us, and I've been grinding on COD, COD Nova. I haven't been grinding on, I've been playing him a lot. I've just been giving people.
how have you made your money, man?
Alright. Yeah, and then I've started watching Winter Season 2. Right? Which again, it's a slow start. It's a slow thingy. But also I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest Wednesday fan, I'm more like a Thursday type of guy. I'm not like, but because I watched season 1, I feel obligated to watch season 2 so I can get closer. And then I've been starting Peaky Blinders, which again, slow start season 1. Like I'm on this second episode now, so I can't really fully judge it. But yeah, that's been me. Like, haven't been.
How do you feel about it? I like Peaky Blinders.
Again, like I said, I'm on episode 1.
Oh yeah. I think it's season 1. I was like,
Yeah. Sorry, I did say it's a slow start. But it's the first episode, man. So I need to get into season 2 story or the rest of season 1. Luckily, it's like 6 episodes a season, which I find like for me works. I can't.
I used to think it works for me now, and then I watched Sherlock Holmes, and I realized 3 episodes, but almost 2 hours an episode is a bit crazy.
every episode is a movie.
It's a bit, because I finished season 1 by the way, and I felt so tired. I'm like, holy shit, 3 episodes.
But can I say that the same thing happened with the show that I watched called Daily Girls, right? It's also on Netflix, right? But now the difference there, because like I think Peaky Blinders is an hour longer episode. Watch it out. So I watched one episode like a day or so. I just watched the one episode and I got tired.
Yeah.
With Daily Girls, I started watching it like I can't exact time. I started watching it 9 o'clock, right? Season 1. I was like, yeah, by 3 o'clock, so like the next morning I was done with season 2, right? So I watched the whole thing one time. So, again, length of the thing depends on what
Yeah, because I remember, I'm sure, I think you watched it as well, Afterlife.
Yeah, I didn't fully watch Afterlife.
But that was also a British comedy. Very few episodes, very short episodes, concise, told a good story. I don't know, something about Sherlock, bro. You can't tell me that you have to have, what, 3 seasons, right? 9 movies. And is expecting me to just complete 9 movies.
The guy that didn't know to read through movies.
It's crazy, bro. I guess you. It's just a length of time and stuff. But okay, I feel like we're all doing fairly similar things. With regards to like what we consume at least, or at least it's enough overlap. I know because I started watching a lot of TTRPG stuff recently. We've been talking about that a lot behind us.
Aside from the politics.
Yeah, if you look at our shit, it's politics and D&D, and sometimes it's both.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes you're just checking, you know, sometimes you're like, you good, bro? It's like, yeah, the current socioeconomic state of the world is kind of getting me down. Insert Jaden Smith meme. But yeah, it's fun. I actually want to play D&D again soon. Something.
Exactly. General Motors, not the
District Manager.
exactly, you know.
Well, I've been craving a session of any TTRPG. The main thing, I'm just too tired to actually GM myself. So for context, I've been the dungeon master, this game master for the past 3-4 years now.
The DDM.
Yeah. So I'm just a bit burned out. We have someone else running a campaign. It's decent. It's his first campaign, so it's good. I'm gonna try and convince him to actually run a session on Heritage Day, because I heard Matthew's off, so we can make plans.
Are we?
Who is this person?
Luan.
Oh,
He's running the campaign.
sorry, I was unaware. And also, my character sucks in that campaign.
You were only there for one session.
Then I also just say that I feel like I just feel like it's on you, but I was like you created that character.
No, but I think Matthew created it as a meme. The name Harry Poggers, bro.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be a name.
Yeah, I think TTRPGs are put too seriously. I always pour my heart and soul into characters. Harold Poggers. So even with Leroy's campaign, I think I was the day. This is the time, like the Sunday he said, "Hey guys, I am doing a campaign." I started. You can check. I didn't speak to this man for weeks. That announcement, I spoke to him every day for that week, and he had a character with a full background. End of that week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was working on this campaign while at work.
Yeah, but it's but yeah. So for me, I don't put I'm like a mix of the two of you in that situation. Like I make a character for memes, but then I also make the character to be a serious like this. But I play my one character, Bill Clinton, so I like see. And Yurima von Bachtel and Mozart. But yeah, I
Mozart von Bachtel.
Yeah, that's the one in Lewis campaign.
The one who is it's a legend in his own
audience. Also, you get to know that Roy is a really good actor. Okay.
Yeah.
The amount of times we had to role play in D&D, and he made me teary eyed.
Way too close.
It is really inspiring seeing someone like actually embrace their character so well. And like out of the people that sit on my table, like Roy's the one who I try to build for, because I know whatever I throw at him, he'll take it and he'll make it his own.
I'll bingo and
so it is really interesting, and that's why I'm pushing for a new D&D campaign, because I love the role playing part of it. I hate the campaign, so I know for Roy.
Really?
Yeah, I prefer the role playing part.
Same for me.
Really?
Yeah, like it's more of a, for me, right? For me personally.
I like gambling. I like rolling dice.
But you can roll dice.
My whole thing is, right? I feel like it's a RPG, right? Role playing game. Right? Combat is a part of that. It shouldn't be
Focus.
the focus, you know. Like, because we have 2 sessions. Like, let's say we have a 6-session campaign, right? The last session, you know there's going to be a fight, right? Or the second to last session, that's where your fight starts. The middle session or the second session could also be a fight, just to see what your characters can do. But like, say 2 out of the 6 sessions, right, can be an epic battle type situation where the other 4 be like, we're building a character, and if your character wants to go one match, you know, fight some things on the side, that's fine. But don't spend a whole session on it. 30 minutes, you know, that's a fight. You know, we do that. Yeah,
I think both of you can attest to what I try doing is we'll have fighting sessions and we will have role playing sessions. Because fighting, if
Takes a
you're
lot.
big table, it takes a long time. People just think
people
about
have extra things,
Yeah.
accent searching.
So, yeah, nah, I like it actually if the role play is incorporated to combat because I don't have to roll the dice. I just like rolling dice. But I mean, like, if the role play is kind of incorporated into the combat, because sometimes what has happened in the past now, which makes me uninterested in the concept itself sometimes, is when the character is kind of, how can I say now? They put in a box. They get put in like a box for what they can and can't do in certain situations, which is fair, but at the same time you're like, okay, but this could have been bypassed in, you know, a different way.
You know, and I've realized it also when I first started DMing. Stop railroading people. That's why I do enjoy M&M a bit more because you guys have players have more options, right? Combat can be super fast, or because you can just teleport away. Yeah, you have that options in M&M because the powers is much better to use. So that's why I was pushing M&M for, but I was like, okay. I can take a backseat as a DM and I can actually let you guys experience as well. I think I just burned out a bit towards the end and a lot of stuff got lost. My passion burned out. That's why I would like to finish my campaign, but I immediately start with something fresh that I can like commit to because I can put more into it. But yeah.
Now this is my thing also, you know. That is life.
That's why I like that the Roy is doing Kids on Brooms.
Kids on Brooms. So the system is not if I have to put it, it's more closer to an M&M type system than a D&D traditional
Kids on what?
Kids on Brooms.
It's Harry Potter type school.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because it's an option of Kids on Bikes.
What's the Kids on Bikes? Stranger Things?
Basically, Stranger
Basically,
Things,
yeah.
and then they made Kids on Brooms.
Oh.
If you think Tickets on Bikes, not think it, right? That's not it because they also on bikes.
It's like
right,
every
the movie
neighborhood
It,
horror movie with something where there happens a
With kids, yeah,
shop.
Stranger Things it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that type of thing is over there. Again, what you decide as a player will impact the way we act. And you don't have to fight necessarily have to be, it doesn't have necessarily have to be a what you call as a big bad person.
Yeah,
you know?
BBG.
BBG,
It could be
I
just,
can't spoil stuff so long as
it could just be a random guy.
I want a BBL.
BBL.
But yeah, this is D&D stuff. So
Yeah. Last thing on the TTRPG thing, I really want to play Drill. It is basically, so it's Jenga, right?
Oh yeah, you told me.
So as a GM, I narrate the story. You guys it's pure roleplay. And then if you want to do something big or dangerous, you play a game of Jenga. You pull a block and you place on top. So in the beginning of the game, you guys are really OP because every choice you make is almost guaranteed to be safe. But later on, every decision you make needs to be discussed because if the Dragon Tower falls, whoever's decision that was, whoever pulled it was, dies immediately. It's game over for you. So there's another mechanic in the game. If you see George needs to make a big decision, and you know that's important to the story, you can walk up to the Jenga tower, push it over, basically kill yourself, because what's going to happen, the tower needs to be reset from base. So that means that George's next decision will guarantee to succeed.
Guaranteed strong.
Well, if he's got massive anxiety, he shouldn't tag. Yeah.
Like you was the from the first pull out the story.
Yeah.
Some people do
Some
just throw the
people-
towel from the first pull out.
Yeah. And 9 months later, they still take.
Yeah.
But
But he did the first, didn't pull out anyone.
yes, I would like to play because it is like really made to be a quick thing. And also, the whole goal is that all of you guys basically die. It's like, someone needs to survive. So yeah, that's.
It was himself. Yeah, it's life.
Oh, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about.
Yeah, I got to learn about it. I was not sure if I was going to get a chance to talk about TTRPGs.
We're going to have a full 3-hour episode explaining TTP or this.
TTP, toilet paper RPG.
They're cool.
TTPRG. The one I said,
No.
talk role playing game.
Yeah, but you said TTP.
Why do you keep saying TTP?
Yeah, it's TTP, bro.
So like RDP, I don't know.
But guys, we will probably bring out tabletop RPGs again some week. But hopefully, when the following grows, we could maybe do an actual play one day.
Yeah.
I'm
down
stuff
for
like
it.
that. But that's way in the future.
I'm
I would
down
be
for
down for actual play.
I think my schedule will be busy that day.
Yeah, you're a good D&D player.
No, it's not about that. I just
Don't want to do
don't want to do D&D live.
It's not live, it's actual. So we'll edit some stuff out, man.
I want to play Magic the Gathering. I want to learn to play Magic.
Yeah, that's what that's more expensive than Yu-Gi-Oh! Though.
Yeah, wait, did you just ask what Magic the Gathering is?
I know,
Bro, he said the TCG and CCG.
But he plays Dropout. He watches Dropout.
Yeah, but I only watch.
Like one Magic episode.
Oh, because the Magic is like the card game version of like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, if you want to, loves Magic. Okay, but anyway, guys, I think we can end here.
Yeah, this is it.
Good first episode.
It's been a good discussion, Fibs, you can catch us every other week.
On all the platforms. What's our platforms right now? We are very functional on everything.
Yeah, so we'll load up Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. Where you consume podcasts from, you will consume us.
No,
buddy.
Apple sucks. Sorry, Apple.
No, that's true. We don't quarter PCs. We don't get to glaze Apple products. But yeah, so catch us next time. Hopefully there will be more of you. Tell your friends that we are barely functional. But we're still alive.
Functioning.
Yeah, like this podcast and Georgie.
Yeah. Maybe there'll be more of us. Maybe there won't be more of us.